Just a quick video today. Got a chance to try out an Arctic Cat Alterra 600. Take it for a little ride and see what's about it. This is my first ever ride on one. It is real similar to my Alterra, the previous version of the Alterra. This one has very few miles. That 45 horsepower engine does feel very responsive, very smooth in the clutch, it seems like. The idle probably needs adjusted down a little bit. It seems like it idles just a little bit high. We're looking at the 2022 Alterra 600. This is just the base model, but we're going out and going to test out, see how it feels, see how it rides, and just look it over. Got the engine right up here. Out low gear. It has 4-wheel drive. Power seems really smooth. Shifting is a little bit interesting. It's a little hard to do this. It's like a rocking with your wrist, so it's a little awkward. Same controls as the older models. We don't have a locker on this one. Let's go see how it rides. Power seems nice and smooth. This model here that I'm riding tops out about 45 to 50 miles an hour, which is similar to my 550. So anyway, this is just a kind of first ride impression. I like the smoothness. The power delivery seems to be right there when you want it. You've got good throttle response. You've got good clutch response. It all seems to be pretty good. Just wanted to get into some things that I don't like about the Alterra 600. The shifting is a little bit stiff, but then the shifter handle is also at kind of an odd position, at the odd angle there. On the previous Alterra, it was a very simple shifting, very smooth. At least for that one that I rode, obviously it needed some more tweaking on it. The idle needed adjusted down. It was idling high. It obviously didn't get used a lot. It had been sitting quite a while. And also being the base model, the ride was a little stiff. And if you know anything about Arctic Cats, you'll have different levels of suspension throughout the different trim models that you go through. On the older models, you would get a base model. The suspension was a lot harder. And then when you would bump up to like a GT or the Limited, that suspension is much softer, a much softer ride, more plush. I'm assuming it's the same for these Alterras. If any of you own the Alterra 600, I'm sure you could chime in, comment down below. But most likely those higher trim models are going to have a softer suspension. Now the things I do like was the power. The power seemed smooth, fairly instant power delivery. It was right there when you wanted it. Even though this base Alterra 600 model that I rode was probably hardly even past its break-in period, 100 miles on it, so hardly ridden at all. I did like how the fenders were attached. On my Alterra, if you put your feet up on the fenders, they will pop out, or if you put any pressure there, they've just got little plastic tabs holding it in there. And on the 600, it's all one piece front and rear. So your front piece is all one piece from the wheel fender over to the side cover where it goes over the engine, and then your rear fender is all one piece on the back. Before the previous version Alterra style, they're similar to the like A body and B body style, where your fender was all one piece in the front and all one piece in the back. But now on the 600 it is all one piece, but then your wheel wells, that plastic part is one piece there, so it's a lot larger wheel well plastic. It's got the same sort of front differential and power steering unit on there, similar or the same as my Alterra. The rear is a different setup. Is their new clutch system, but it did feel smooth in its power delivery. Another thing was on this base model Alterra 600, you get these steel racks, and I'm just not a fan of steel racks. Ever since getting this Alterra 550 with the plastic racks, these racks have been the best racks I've ever used on an ATV. You've got a much better surface area for placing things, strapping things down, and things aren't going to be sliding around. Now, I never upgraded when these Alterra 600 first came out because I didn't see enough of an upgrade to go get one over the model that I have. I've got mine kitted out the way I want it. I've got all-terrain tires, I've got my bumpers on there. And also my Alterra 550 has the front locking differential, which I didn't see on the new Alterra 600 models. My Alterra was everything that I needed. I had a good sporty mid-sized ATV that I just enjoyed riding. So there we go, guys. That is my first look at the Alterra 600. My first test ride on one. I've been able to see these over the past couple years and just take different looks at ones, like at different power sports places, and just kind of get thoughts on them, see if I wanted to upgrade and stuff. But I want to know your guys' thoughts. Be sure to leave them down in the comments below. What do you think of these Alterra 600s? I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions, and see if that's something we could upgrade here on the channel. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Check out this video up here, and I'll see you there.